Hello and welcome. I am going to be doing a few POV demo analyses from a great channel called Countered Flicks. They post POV demos for a ton of different pros. And I've noticed lately they've been posting a lot of pros from the evolving Chinese scene, people like Somebody and Xingyin, from like players like MVP and Tai Lu, Machine Gun. And I think that it's really important as Counter Strike expands into China that we see how their meta is evolving and how that meta is going to integrate with the existing European and North American meta, because as people have seen, European Counter Strike is obviously very dominant across the world. They've won every single major, um, and the North American teams that have come close always seem to run up against a um, a much more significant um, European force. Now, the exception to this obviously is SK, Coldzera, Fallen, FNX, Fur, are all incredibly gifted and talented players, and they won two majors. But that point standing, I still think it's important to see how people or teams like Tyloo and MVP are going to start influencing the meta. So I think somebody like Machine Gun on Mongols, or somebody, ironically, from Tyloo is going to be very influential in the next 6 to 9 months. So I think checking out somebody's POV first is probably going to be good. So let's jump in. So right off the bat, pistol round, they're headed A. What was the smoke that he first threw? Oh, it is not a smoke. It was just a decoy. So we should see him walking here. Very important, they go silent as soon as they hit apps so that people pushing up into a site don't get any info here. They're playing 1-3-1 MVP. So they're playing rotate heavy. They're playing one CT and one probably jump spotting apps. I think this is a little weak to a B rush, but MVP and Tyloo are from the same region, so they probably scrim a lot. They probably know that in the case of a B rush, although unlikely, they can rotate hard through underpass. Doing the standard clear. Interesting to see him turn full 360 away from CT. A lot of players will be more focused on CT here, and his players have not yet come up ramp. I don't know if this is very strong. Did somebody come out like right before him? If someone went out before him to clear, that would be okay. No, he seems to be the first person out. That's kind of weird that he would pull a full 360. Let's see how fast he turns. Also, there's utility on these players here. So they're probably trying to secure a post plant. Sees one CT. Okay. So their jungle is smoked out. People have already started rotating. He has somebody posted on his CT. He gets the bomb plant down. Planted for a main. The decision to fight CT here is pretty important. They probably saw that one guy was only CT and they have the site, so they want more ground. It's also planted for CT and a main. The decision to swing wide here is a little risky. He wins that duel, wins the next duel. 4v1, pretty easy from here. Alright, on to the anti-eco. They're in a 1-3-1. I like this because he's we see one person holding passive here. Jump spotting the underground push. Sees nothing. Alright, so he gets tagged with a deagle here. He knows underpass is clear. And he has an ump. This is actually a pretty crucial decision. Somebody like Seized, who loves to take control of both of these areas, is notorious for playing around with CT aggression like this and being able to counter out CT aggression. It's also important to see if this is going to be where somebody defaults to. Can you hear him? Cat? Yep, here's Steps Cat. Molly's close, which I like. Clear's close. Cool. So he's doing everything necessary to get apps control. Interesting smoke. They get a picking connector. So at this point, MVP is pushed through A. They know it's probably going to be B, but they don't really have anybody near the site except for 9. So he clears through the site in kind of a weird way. I'm going to put it on a lower speed here, like 0.5 is probably best. He doesn't get flashed out for cat, so if there is more than one person cat because they don't know if somebody's pushed through A or rotated through market, that is sort of weak with no utility, especially against pistols. Well, that's super strong. DD gets 2 kills in connector. So he doesn't spend much time cat. His teammates might be clearing cat. He's frantically searching the site for anybody. Clears back pillar. Did he see him there for a split second? Yep. As he's whipping around, he can see 9 at pillar. Can probably call that. Yep. His team gets the frag. Bombs down. Round pretty much over. Flank from apps probably gonna get called out. Cool. Good anti-eco. Some notes is if he would have died at B here, they could have very easily lost control of mid, and those 2 kills near connector wouldn't have been as easy to get because the underpass and B apps flank would make that pushing up mid. Basically, if you're doing that faster and you don't have as much diligence to clear this out, it can become very dangerous. So he hears somebody walking up stairs, and there's a guy default. Let's see if he clears default first. Gets the stairs guy as well. Couple connector. So it looks like somebody is entering onto these sites a lot of the time, and he's been winning a lot of these duels. He does have the SMG, so farming up this cash is pretty important. It's interesting to see how positive he went, 23 and 4, in this game, even though he's entering. So there are probably going to be some pretty crazy gun rounds coming up, unless he's just like farming up his cash, which of course he is. Gets a sweet 4K, makes a ton of cash there. Did he upgrade? Flashes for his teammate going out mid. Doesn't end up going out mid. So that's a waste of a flashbang. Does not upgrade. Okay. Silent into apps. One jump spotting. I'm going to throw this flashbang. Pretty common flashbang. Molly, I don't know what this Molly is doing. Bench, I guess? Yeah. So they're mollying out Forest. And they got the site pretty cleanly. Smoke mid-side and plants. He's probably going to upgrade to the rifle here. Yep. So since they lost the site so fast, it looks like, yeah, the two CT guys are probably going to save. I don't know why the MVP guys were moving up, even though their teammates were already retreating. It seems kind of poor. Wow. Alright, so off of a quick gun round, no one was playing cat, so they got the site pretty easily. Can hear one pushing in. Sprays away. Pretty simple frag. Now, this is a predicament. He probably heard somebody behind him, and the bomb is down. So what does somebody do? Plays it safe. Wait for his team to crunch. Takes that goal. Wow. Wow! That was an insane sequence. So 8 doesn't push as fast as he needed to in order to get this, or help his teammate out and get this frag. I'm also not sure why 6 didn't just post somewhere. Also, underpass would probably be a better option for him. So as bad as this was played by a MVP, it is definitely a significant play for somebody. Sees the retreating. Immediately is fighting on the other side. Did he get tagged from behind? Wow, that's a crazy spam. And they're straight on the B. Great anti-eco. Pretty cool smoke. Obviously has to cut the TV up. Okay, so somebody's position in the apps is like essential. He's playing a seized type role, covering underpass, while his team tries to get top mid control. It's interesting to see from Tai Lu that even though they're using nades at the beginning of the round, they are waiting for counter aggression or a push from MVP, even though it's a gun round, and that is usually not very likely. It's just interesting to see them using so much utility but not actually gaining the top mid area. Somebody like Edward, for instance, is notorious for getting this top mid smoke, flashing through it underhand, and taking the fight with this guy connector or window while they're flashed. And obviously someone like Guardian can cross here and peek while he's doing that. It's really strong. They also don't have anybody covering A. MVP hasn't picked up on this yet. Also, there's complete silence here, which is kind of odd. Sort of a Randy flash there. Peeking connector mollied out. Definitely saw a jiggle peek there. Really cool that he can hold this. He'll probably get his teammates to hold connector and cat. Maybe molly or nade this guy out to push him into this position. That's if they use their utility correctly, this could be really strong. Yep, the molly's there. Wow, that's a really, really cool play. Screams their own connector smoke? Yeah, they lost that round. One of his 4 deaths, I guess. pretty fast and noisy into B apps. They know somebody's there definitely. That those 2 shots while the flashbang is coming in is really important. It is almost instinctual as a Counter-Strike player to look wherever you're hearing noise, or if somebody's coming around an angle pre-firing, to look and try to get that frag. The flash here will definitely, if an opper's here, make them turn or think about turning. Not the best flash that bounces off the wall here. Jiggle peeking. They have been going B a lot, so the 2 deady B is a good idea. It's kind of F'd their molly. There's one playing jungle. Past the minute mark. They've had top mid, it's pretty quiet. Smoke into window. Smoke connector. Gonna check the flank. Another molly at B. Teammates gets killed. So even though this flank is important, being there to trade a frag for your teammate is also really important. They also don't have anybody else top mid, so going up connector with nobody else to watch the cap push is a lot weaker. Has to turn around here. Here's somebody jungle. A few team flashes down there, and he walks in other paths. They win the round still anyways. Whoa. Cool smoke. I really want to see where that goes. I like this. Cool angle. This blocks the headshot if he's peeking. Most of the time, at least. Completely out aims that guy. Fast split up cat. Bomb has been planted. 7-1. Alright, MVP is on a bye. Looks like an A exec. Whoa. No utility. Straight through the smoke. Oh, wow. Really poorly played here from MVP. Now, why would they not have somebody doing his regular default through B? Going for early mid control and holding a flank. So they're having somebody else. Wow. Look how downloaded he got. He holds the flank, knows the exact timing for when he comes out. 130, 29, 28. Ducks at 28. Holds for 2 seconds. Gets the frag. That is wild. Now here is where I want to see if this counter mid-aggression does anything. Because they're playing 1-3-1. Okay. Wow, Argency goes huge. Triple kill. That's his third death. He was 23-4. He gets one more death before he just starts fragging out. And obviously he's been doing pretty well. Oh. Pretty crazy pre-fire. He bails his team out. I think it was kind of risky that he just ran through the site without checking, but they, like I said, they might have played MVP quite a number of times, or at least scrimmed against them. And this is the Doyu Asia Invitational, so maybe even this tournament they've played more than once. So it's really important to know that this is probably as close to like a derby as Fnatic or Fnatic Nip. So it's important to know their tendencies. So if the site player dies, they're not playing a cat guy. It seems like cat control is seated almost instinctively, like and the 1-1-3 setup is more common. Rotating a guy back either through jungle or CT to help B. So B seems really weak, and we've seen Tyloo exploit that a number of times already in this game. Walking up no utility here, I like that. Mauling out positions. Got top mid smoke for his team. Flash. They almost never land somebody at top mid, even though they're doing a top mid smoke. Okay, that is a part of Tyloo's Mirage that I think is actually very important if we're trying to learn things from them as a team. Even though they're doing this top mid smoke and flash, even though they're using utility, they're either committing to the push here very early in the round, and in which case there's not always an A watch, as Seven's pushing in right now, or they're either full committing here or just holding a flank like this, and that's like, I don't know, that's pretty risky, but this could be a lot of counter stratting, of course, because it is sort of a derby. Their B push got mollied out. Bad flash. And they're out. Flank died. Market dead. Yeah, it's just so weird. Their cat guy is not playing close to the site at all. I'm playing 1-1-3. You would think that the stairs or jungle guy would be able to help, or at least like stop a mid push, which is why you have this guy here. Maybe they're just, I mean, they slowed it down with a molly, but when did they actually plant the bomb? At 1 minute? I mean, that's not necessarily fast, but like, I feel like if they were using all their utility, they would be able to get them closer to 40 or 20 seconds left in the round. I mean, other than the pistol, they've only hit A, like, on anti-ecos. I think. Maybe once on a gun round, but like other than that, it's just like it's all getting picked on B and then coming out through apps. They haven't even come up cat hardly at all. They go hunting here, which is like totally fine. They're up by a lot, so. Does this like walking smoke thing? See, Argency pushed up last time in this exact same position, and they're committing at 140, which is 15 seconds. Oh, it must be a connector smoke. That looks like it's a little one-wayable from my point of view, but I guess we'll have to see. But yeah, they commit within the first 15 seconds. There's not a top mid smoke, which is weird to me. Somebody gets that kill. Interesting to note he does have the bomb. And they give up mid control. Honestly, it's lucky that he got killed when he did, so that somebody had time to pick his weapon up or equip his weapon. Otherwise, this could have easily been a 2K on both of them. One's been sitting in apps and it's been pretty much silent for the push. One might get a kill here. Oh, I think 1 and 6 are gonna duel. Wait, what? Oh my god, was he going for a knife? That's actually incredible. He decided not to kill him and try to get more info. 3 was holding in apps and just completely obliterates him. That's actually so lucky. Wow, that interaction here and then here, they just got really, really lucky. That's quite sloppy from Tai Lu, actually. Could have easily lost this round with bad mid aggression. One loses his duel against the connector guy. Nobody's holding CT. Maybe his teammate was. Now this is weird. Well, it's the last round of the half, so they're never going to save here. And obviously, it's like a 2v2, so you want to take this. Why does he immediately go to hold behind? Is it because of the connector guy? Is it because they've lost top mid control for so long that it's like most likely that they'll rotate around here? This 50-50 on his teammate is also really rough. I mean, it's planned for him, but if he loses it, like if he loses this CT fight, or if he, walks up, it's just like this configuration doesn't seem like an optimal post plant. But I'm assuming they're probably going to win it. Yep. So DD gets his kill on the CT guy, and that makes this pretty much impossible. 2 steps. DD loses that duel. Has no idea where he is. Could be in CT. Gets a headshot. Alright. Well, we saw somebody playing a lot of B. And MVP's going to throw in the good old B rush. Let's see if he gets some frags here. Oof. They end up winning that pistol. he going underpass? Oh, tagged by the scout right away. I like this from them. They know they know if they're taking top mid, the crunch is very possible. He got tagged with a scout right away, so he's using his utility to slow down this push. And he's gonna go play back pillar. Bench. Okay. So we have him jump spotting. Pretty bad jump spot. Let's put up connector. They have window control. He's already died, so we know he's going to get all these frags. Is he going to get this frag? Easy. His teammate had a rifle, which he will pick up.
Counter-terrorists win.
Okay, so somebody is the jump spotting player. I throw this nade all the time. It's a pretty good nade. Okay, this is important to know. So, they crunch on the mid guys. They both die. When he saw somebody jump spotting off of his nade, and he knows it's a low buy, he's going back right pillar. Taking fights out in the open.
Counter-terrorists win.
GG. Alright. That was very cool. So what have we learned from some of the play here? We know that their top mid aggression is fast in the beginning of the round. And if they're committing to mid aggression, they do it within the first 20 seconds. If you don't see them, they're not playing around the back mid boxes, or even close peeking connector sometimes. They're often holding back and getting and grouping B apps. They oftentimes, if you don't see them with mid aggression at the beginning of the round, they don't. It's like a 50-50 whether somebody is not somebody, but like somebody from Tyloo is actually holding apartments on A or palace in A. What does that mean for European teams? European teams love doing A apps aggression, especially with ops and like buy rounds and stuff. So I would be surprised if on LAN Tyloo does not get punished for that. Especially with most European teams running like a 1-2-2 setup oftentimes with somebody jump spotting CT. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see if how many times Tyloo gets flanked out on Mirage, if it is even picked. Who plays Mirage nowadays? I mean, Immortals and SK definitely play Mirage. FaZe loves Mirage. Rain on A site is very, very tricky. Who's a B player? See, I think Kerrigan plays like Cat or something. It'll be interesting to see. Because Alu plays mid, I think, most of the time at least. Interesting. Well, let's look at Machine Gun from Mongols. This is the Asia Minor. PGL. When was this published? Huh. This This is actually very recent, and this is also a PGL qualifier. Machine Gun, for a while, was traded to an NA team or an NA org, I think. So it'll be interesting to see if he back with the Mongols is going to be impactful. Quarterfinal best of one. Cool. All right, so walking. Starts pushing apps, holding right side. Immediately gets that kill. Doesn't expect a second, which is, not uncommon. And he's just playing for a push here, which is smart. Team is grouping underpass. We're most likely an A split. A split's pretty strong here. They're gonna fight that guy. Sees one CT. 45 post plant. So we see yet again 3 or 4 guys in CT rotating away from B on a post plant. It seems to be really common when the A split comes out and this jungle smoke gets thrown a lot. I think in the pistol last time for Tai Lu, they threw like a different jungle smoke. It was more of like a front sight smoke when they came up a ramp. I like this though. I think it's a pretty strong strat, especially if you get a pick on A at the beginning of the round. You slow down when they hit the site, when they get the plant. Around a minute 12. This guy's already smoked out. There's nobody jungle. What's at week 2? It's not even that weak to a guy in the site because these guys immediately fight. Well, this angle is like to here. If you're playing under, they immediately fight this jungle push, clear stairs, and then fight here while Machine Gun keeps the CT guy pinned. Oh wow, CT was smoked out by the CTs. That seems like a mistake. Especially because it gives them a free plant. And they have like, because that's like, yeah, that seems like a huge mistake. So CT gets smoked at the same time that the bomb, basically at the same time that the bomb goes down. So that's like a 20-second timer. So you get basically half the time that you would to defuse the bomb. Plus, most of your players are rotating through CT, so you kind of have to take these fights, start clearing out positions. Yeah. They have to scrim their own smoke. They're taking this duel. Wow. 3K on the pistol. Pretty good. No top mid smoke, like utility. Just trying to abuse the ranges, which is smart. Just like spamming and stuff. Resmokes connector. Clears connector. Alright, so Machine Gun in connector for the A split. I like this. Catches a main push. Is that going to draw the CT guy back? Not yet. Yeah, they have nobody in jungle, and they had no idea he was in connector. Kind of a sloppy anti-eco, but it's okay. I don't know why he has his Tech 9 out here. Oh, he only bought a Tech 9 because it's not a gun round. Pretty easy 3K. Machine gun is opping? Really? Huh. I didn't know that. I like this scope in Palace and walk up, by the way. Even though the ops moving scoped movement is like hella nerfed, it's super important to like not get heard by the default or under dark guy, shadow guy, whatever it's called. They're playing a 3-1-1. Seems pretty odd. Sees no movement. These guys are about to cat split. Gets a frag on B. Gets another frag on B. Starts walking out. He still hears no noise, nobody. So he's basically waiting for the other guys to rotate through. His teammate has already dropped. Okay, 2v2. They need to retake the site to plant the bomb. So this is almost like a CT play. The bomb's down. They need to go get it. They're going to have about 10 seconds to find like post-plant-esque positions. And because they saw two guys drop out of B apps, the likelihood of a third guy being there is probably pretty low. Because it was a cat split. They know where one guy is as well. Yeah, that's pretty bad on whoever Mash. That's pretty bad on his part. There was only 30 seconds left. If he doesn't take that fight, plays like bench, and his teammate, for instance, like plays cat, takes aggression, just generally tries to take a long gunfight, he could get a free frag here and put it into a 2v1 that somebody has to win. Whether it's Sugo, what's this guy's name? Sugo or Machine Gun. They have no idea he's cat, or like where this guy is. I wouldn't be surprised if he takes this smoke right here and puts it up cat. Yeah, they've got to know by now. Yep. This team didn't call it was far cat. Yeah. Sort of weird. Saving? Interesting. I don't know what that one extra rifle is gonna do, but I mean, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. Ooh, rough nade. Wow, full frag. Pretty hefty nade. He has an idea of somebody. Wow. They end up getting bailed out. Huh. I miss that jump sometimes too. Got KZ, more machine gun. Okay, so something to note. He is almost always scoping into apps and walking into apps. In the case that he's opping it. They're in a 1-3-1, trying to get mid control, and 8 is already pushed pretty far into A ramp. See if he ends up getting gifted a frag here. Yeah, this guy's already starting to flank. It'll be interesting to see because they're doing a lot of mid aggression to see if he goes all the way around or if he tries to flank out this guy. I guess Miso wouldn't know because they haven't encountered him here before. They just know that he rotated through with, or like he came through market with the other player in that 2v2. I don't even know if this is a good angle for whoever's down here. Alright, so this is where things get complicated. 4v5. Bomb is down, T-spawn with somebody flanked out. You have somebody in apps, and you have mid control. You have somebody boosted window, I think. You don't know how many guys actually got through A. So A could be clear, and this guy could be getting flanked out, or it could just be one guy, and he could camp the bomb. Now, his position right now is very, very weak. So I wouldn't be surprised. He has he has three options, I guess. First, option A, stay where you are. Hope you don't get like reflanked by this guy or a second phantom guy that has come through to clear apps. You've seen nothing so far crossing your field of view. You've taken no shots. Nobody knows you're there yet. Option B is you tell your mid guy, hey, I want to come out Palace. Let's fight the A guys, and then just retake the bomb through like mid or something. Because like this is like I don't know. This is a pretty indefensible fight for a CT, especially on Mirage. Because like if you lose control of this bomb and you're a man down, or like even, they already have a ton of control here. So it just gets really hairy. Or option C is he goes to try and fight this guy at the bomb by himself, I'm assuming. Let's see what he chooses. Looks like he wants to fight the A guy. I like this decision. So he gets this frag. 56. How long does it take him to get out of apps? So he immediately drops. Probably like 4 or 5 seconds. This guy's doing some weird shenanigans. He's lucky he didn't die here. I'm really, really curious as to why he didn't think that, like, this guy would not have been, like, right here. Like, I guess he could have been flanking up, but like, it didn't even seem to cross his mind until he got tagged by the guy. So let's watch this again. His teammate dies in mid. He has to refrag this. He does. Yeah, it just seems kind of lucky. He's gonna hold the site while his teammate tries to pick up the bomb. 26 seconds. Yeah, they gotta save here. There's no way they can bring the bomb back and plant in time. Cool. This seems to be a very common thing where teams use utility to get mid control in the first like 10 to 15 seconds, and they don't actually cross this mid smoke. They're just waiting for counter nades. I guess staring at the smoke. kind of risky. Um, all right. Well, we've already seen Machine Gun in the anti-eco a couple rounds before use all of his utility around here in this location to try to get this guy out. He was suspicious that there was somebody there. Now that there is somebody there with a flashbang and a molly, let's see how, with pretty much zero backup, he does here. He can definitely hear that tag. Wonderful shot. That is crazy, actually. He basically he played the chess game. He played the chess game right. He knew that if the molly came out, it went behind him, and he hit the moving or the falling back shot. Really well played. Here's the last guy, Cat, calls it out to his team.
Bomb has been planted. Terrorists win.
Wow, the BM. He's gonna scope an apps and walk. He's like, I'm on A. A looks clean. This is that shot, but is ace with the 250. Kind of surprising to see, and this is rather intuitive by him, that he's taking this control in a game where they 5 stacked B on their eco round and just pushed through Cat. So if that says anything about like them teamwork wise, you know they're sticking together on the ecos. They did get a lot of frags mid, and they know this B player most likely. Pardon me. Just kind of weird that he walked into CT like that. There could have easily been a guy behind this box, or behind here, and he missed a shot from triple to stairs. So we haven't seen him opping close range, like Guardian style or Snack style, like shotgun opping. Not really much to say here. Just doing the anti-eco.
Bomb has been planted.
And they win that one round. 144 is when he's coming in. Posting up, clearing. Yep. So instead of, I don't know, instead of rotating back around or rotating through mid, he's basically playing like, I don't know, who plays here a lot. Simple from Navi likes to play in apps, while Flamey is in A main, and then Seized is here. Guardian and Edward take mid control a lot of the time. That's like their standard default. A lot of these like Asian and Chinese, or like Chinese teams, seem to only ever send one person A at the beginning of the round. And B seems to be the default site as opposed to A. I know in European CS, the mid to A split is very, very standard. And B is such a weird site to hold like later in the round, which is the reason that information is very important on this map. They finally send this exact 1-2-2 default that I described. Finally, let's see if he can. Gets destroyed, and they win that round. Low buy, no top mid smoke.
Terrorists win.
Back onto an AK. This is a really weird sequence. He seems to only buy a op when they're up, and then when the econ is low, he switches down to an AK. It just is sort of weird. Huh. Well, we saw last time somebody was playing in CT spawn, and I think it was at 28 he ducked. This lurk was a little bit slower, but he peeked out at the exact same time and got the frag. Pushing A halls, or when to push A halls, and if somebody is watching it, seems to be the big gamble for CT aggression, instead of the B halls push, which is a little bit more common from somebody like SK, somebody like Navi, even FaZe or Astralis. But A pushes are way less common in European CS. I know there's a pistol round, obviously, but we saw somebody pushing A main just like 2 rounds ago. So the mid and heavy B presence seems to be the default, as opposed to somebody's like Navi style, like apps and A main control into mid options.
Terrorists win.
Yep, still only a single person here. Go bad at main smoke. That's a 1v1. Does not win out. Unlucky. I wonder where that goes. All these new smokes that I've never seen in European defaults. So weird. Yeah, see, they're already in A main with a CZ. It just seems like almost standard that there's some type of aggression here, and somebody, like, it's a 50-50, whether or not somebody gets pushed out. Died in connector. Here's him pushing back up into apps. Gets the pick. Super ballsy to pull a nade out there.
Bomb has been planted. Terrorists win.
Good half. 12-3. Pretty sick 4K. He got a couple of 3Ks in the pistol round. So in the 4 spy, 4-10. So like 10 of his frags are in like meh situation. And then 10 of them were like okay impact frags. He actually lost like 4 or 5. Yeah, he lost like 3 or 4 duels in places where he might have had an advantage, or was at least like neutral with the CTs. Wow, what is this ping, dude? Oh my god, online CS. Jesus Christ, dude. They're playing at 50 ping, 80 ping. How are they supposed to play like this? Oh my god, this is atrocious. I'm actually like, I'm like physically appalled. What the heck? Bro, what? I don't know, man. That sucks. That blows big time. Playing mid. Weird, because he was holding like A pushes like pretty much the whole time. Trades 1-for-1. End up winning. Alright, how is he playing mid? Famos? Likes to play on this brick. It's a pretty strong spot. They didn't cross very fast over. And if he got double peaked here with like, Deagles or Tech 9s, they could maybe tap away at him. He didn't. His TTK on the first guy in mid slope was like pretty long. Ice Wolf gets a Wandig. Wonderful name, by the way. He's taking this fight. I don't know why he is. Just seems sort of bad when you're up a man.
Counter-terrorists win.
I swear to goodness, man, if these teams do not throw utility over this smoke in mid, they're just holding back here. Like almost always 3 of them. And there's never anyone holding the A push. It is just such a weird default. Or at least they're like... Gets tagged. Sees another one underpass. Gets an easy spray down. And mid smoke. Get the M4! Oh my goodness. Is he even up? Look at this. He just knows they're there. Wow. Nice 3K, buddy.
Counter-terrorists win.
So, what did we learn from that? We saw that basically, like, in any of their non, like, eco strats, they were pretty heavy on B and mid. And it was almost always a gamble whether or not they were actually behind this box. And if you didn't see them in the first 20 seconds or see, like, a lot of utility, most of the times they weren't. Most of the times they were out mid, they didn't actually have somebody underpass. They take mid a lot, and it's usually to mid to be split. They're they relied really heavily on getting mid control, finding a pick somewhere here in window, connector, or cat, then re-rotating the bomb through B, and just trying to get into a post plant, which is like, I don't know, maybe that's like mathematically viable. It doesn't. It's a weird way for me to think about playing Mirage, because somebody like, for instance, VP, they love splitting through connector into A. They love getting boosted into window. A ton of NA teams love to boost into window. We saw that hardly at all from almost any of the Chinese teams, and we saw their T side for the side that predominantly won their half, like dominating halves. So it's weird to see that even though they're rarely sticking two people to A, they're hardly, well, I guess they did have one really kind of janky flank out here that lost them around. Yeah, I guess lesson learned is if you're eco, or if they have guns, you might want to start taking this 50-50, especially if they're trying to get mid control. And if they aren't doing mid control, then they are definitely hanging back in this elbow here. Just some interesting stuff. Interesting. All right, let's move on. Who do we want to do next? Taiwan Z versus MVP on train. Finally, we get some stinking cool gloves. Now, I don't know about the Bloodhound gloves on Perfect World, but I don't think they can have a skull. So I'm not sure if it is. Actually, I want to look this up. Perfect World CS:GO skins. Yes, but what about the gloves? Oh my god, their wing shot is so much cooler. Oh, never mind. Yeah, but what about the gloves, bro? Their skins are very cool though. Show me the gloves. That P250 though. Agreed. Why is it different? Broad laws in China regards what can and cannot be displayed in video games. Perfect World CSGO gloves. Nothing here. Whatever. Alright, before we start this, I'm going to go to the bathroom, take a quick break. So we will leave you with the sweet serenade of some music channel. Chilled Cow is always good, even though they get my shit freaking content ID matched. I'm looking at you, buddy. I love BSDU. Alright, videos. Most popular. I love this guy, by the way. Axion. If you don't know him, check him out. Pretty sweet. Alright. I will be back. I'm just gonna go get a quick drink and go to the bathroom. I cannot tell a lie. I did get some ice cream. Yummy. This is just a quick reminder if you're watching in at this time or anytime in the future, I guess, to hit the sub button if you like the content or check out some of the other content. I try to stream pretty regularly and then upload the live streams. I don't necessarily cater the content towards live streams at the moment just because there isn't really too many people watching, but hey, if you come across this stuff and you like it, feel free to hit the sub button. I would love to see your comments or any stuff you have to say. If you guys have suggestions or requests, I put my Twitter in the description so you guys can tweet directly at me, and I would love to hear from you. All right, let's pause this, move on. All right, so we are switching maps to train from Mirage, and we are switching sides to MVP. Zijin, so I'm gonna go with Zijin over on MVP. We saw that, pardon me, in the meta for Mirage, it was very, very different. That has a lot to do, I think, with the amount of aggression that CTs have or could have on the map, and Train is constructed in a very similar way. Even though the B-bomb site is on the opposite side as Mirage would be, there are still 2 entry points. But for A, there are actually 3 entry points. So there is also a lot of opportunity for aggression in Pop Dog, Main, and Ivy. So we're going to have to see with... because a lot of European teams love to take box halls control, make sure they have Pop Dog or above Pop Dog, throw smokes over, and we see a lot of A splits, and not a lot of it's maybe like 25% CT aggression, almost max in number of CT rounds. So we're gonna have to see how aggressive Chinese teams play against a lot of different openings. It's also gonna have a lot to do with this is also the PGL qualifier, and we can see this is a quarterfinal for MVP. So a lot on the line here. Holding passive. Sure, I heard that pistol shot. Playing around sandwich. Yeah, it's kind of susceptible to an outer push. We haven't heard much. Saw a couple people peeking IV. Still nothing really much to worry about though. Now, hold up. This is like the exact same thing that I saw from them on Mirage, right? I'm pretty sure they played a 1-3-1 in the pistol where they had like a guy connect window and cat, and they were waiting for a site, and they were going to play a heavy rotate. And this is almost the same thing in Z connector and Ivy, where they don't know which site they're going to hit. So to get the fastest rotate, they're basically always playing for a retake. Almost always, anyways. I guess it is sort of viable on Train on a pistol round. It's just very different, I feel. Very, very different. So, cool. Something new to learn about MVP. They don't like to take risks splitting 3-2 onto the sites. They're just going to get the quickest rotate with as many people Z connector or in the functional mid. Yep, sticking pretty heavy around there. Good shot from HSK. Gets another headshot. Gets another headshot. Oh, they won that round. Zijin cleans up. Alright, anti-eco time. Playing 4-1 off the break. He hears a lot of stuff. Falls straight back to sandwich. Ooh. Dirty peek. His teammate in connector is covering his heaven, or his catwalk rather. But he still might have died if he wasn't holding like a little bit farther back. I don't know. Kind of a weird placement to play right up against the train because you can see through middle bomb. I'm assuming that was in, yeah, Pop Dog. They're just having a Pop Dog fight. And he gets a 2K. Pretty cool. They didn't get the bomb down, so it's another save. Presumably. It looked like a force from them. Money nade. I don't like that. He doesn't know how many people are here, and reloading that close, they can definitely hear. People flying down on an eco is pretty common, so it's kind of weird. I don't know, he had a teammate backing him up, so. Just seems very strange to play that close up on an eco. Yeah, see, his friend, or his teammate rather, died Pop Dog. Getting pinched Ivy. Whoa. Lands him in a 2v1. Pretty good.
Counter-terrorists win.
Argency, man. Argency super consistent. Seems like a really strong fragger for MVP. He went no utility on the gun round? Really?
Counter-terrorists win.
Seems kind of weird, right? Just went straight up. Wow. I don't know if I like the setup actually. We got someone playing back six, someone close Ivy, and two close Pop Dog, watching A main and Pop. Playing like 1-4. And he used no utility. I don't know, it seems kind of weird, because like if you get like, I don't know, pop flashed here and fragged, your team is almost assuredly going to have to save. They're on the other side of the map. So I don't know if I like that here if he has utility. Also, I wonder what this perfect world sticker equivalent is. Very cool nade. Also gets him to shoot, which shows them that he's in box halls. Let's see if he stays right around sandwich again. Gets his teammate to rotate over. A main push gets quashed. They push out Ivy? Did they like check Ivy? Maybe 8 heard 2 running back. Maybe it's just like a timing thing. I want to see what like. All right. So at 1 minute, if they don't see anybody there and they don't see any aggression, they just like abandon it. I feel like that's kind of weird without having looked, like having more info. It's refragged. Ooh. Wow. Wow, that was actually super smart by the enemy team. They know he's in. They basically just throw the smallie that covers this top of the train for their cross and sandwich, or close sandwich, and they have two guys wrap out. Pretty standard. He scrims the smoke. They win. Oh, they ended up winning. Cool. Still in the same 4-1. Doesn't seem to be a timing nade. Oh, he like, oh, the APM on that. He just throws that like directly down. I want to see that again, actually. That like. Instance and falls. See, I don't know why you would look up here if you've been looking the whole time. It's just sort of a memory thing. Argent C fragging out.
Counter-terrorists win.
Decides not to use his molly that time. Okay. With this mid rotator gone, right? What was he holding in the first place? How does this make this A defense weaker? Because as soon as he sees this guy cross, if he doesn't get a pick, then, and he hasn't pushed any of these times, they've been playing 4-1 the whole game. That definitely makes the A site weaker, right? Has to. A lot of operators love this, either the back six Ivy angle. They usually, this is basically just a risky angle here, or like bumper. But yeah, this is like the box right here for operators most of the time, unless they're going for a fast B pick and fall, which usually, it can work a lot of the time. They're playing a Z connector op. Interesting. How long does he post here, though? Okay. Weird. Again. They've left the bomb down, which is, I think probably a mistake on their part. Should be on one of these guys. But with no info, they give up Ivy around 1 minute, and they're already starting to wrap the site here. 6 is the op, so... Oh, that's kind of cool, actually. So after rotating here, he ends up rotating back through CT and covering back lanes or back halls. He gets racked out. Wow, they got crunched. Sayoku, 5, I think, probably. Oh no, that must have been somebody else. Crazy. Well, this round is lost. There's no way you can win this 1v5. They know he's the B player too. He's been playing there all game.
Bomb has been planted.
I'm gonna take a bite of ice cream. Gets one. I don't think you can see that cross, even if you're... Well, actually, yeah, you can. Never mind. You can see all the way down. Wow. Nice. Actually does a massive dent. That was really bad that they went and hunted there. Their economy's really bad, so they're gonna have to rebuy. And only live with 2. What is with this weird like rifle carries buying ops when they can? He re-peeks that! What a monster! He got a kill! What a monster! What is this guy doing? He's just totally alone, just like jiggle peeking an op, hoping he doesn't die with all of his utility. My mind is blown. I mean, great frag, yeah. Just like, that's ultra lucky. Immediately goes into this setup. This is really cool. So, op is holding upper, and at Z connector, and they have a rifle at sandwich. Never like this like rifle, like front oil type thing, or like, yeah, interesting. Three to five. This is super tough for Taiwan Z. Looks like they're grouping back up Ivy. They have to be able to do something. So, well, 6 is probably gonna get a frag here on 1. Nope. 1 ends up opping. I wouldn't be surprised. Smoke pop and they keep losing Ivy control, and I don't understand why they don't prioritize that, because Ivy control for somebody like SK and for Astralis is essential. Device and Dupree, like Device is excellent, and Dupree is excellent at holding this square right here. This is the op square. You know what I mean? You're not getting in here unless you're committing to the site. And they end up giving it for. I mean, they essentially got a free frag here, put it into a 3v4. I don't know why that isn't prioritized more. This is a fallen play. Yeah, that was like a super scrubby MM play there, not like a PGL qualifier play or like a quarterfinal play. Is this also a quarterfinal? Yep. Wow, what the heck? It's not like I'm disappointed. I mean, it's their... Yeah, look at this. They got a free... Yeah, they ended up losing that round. What the actual F? I am super disappointed. They end up in a 3v5. They totally give up Ivy control. They push up Old Bomb and just win the round. Also, that scrubby play probably lost them the round as well. If you get smoked out and it's like a 2vx or like a 3vx, just like wait. You're in a post plant, or like rotate around, walk. Don't flash through the smoke. Force them to plant. I mean, you have teammates already on the site. It's not like you're going to cover a better angle because you're like pushing through a smoke. I don't know, it's just sort of scrubby. And they're back into the 4-1. Okay, so they trade kills outside. They lost Pop Dog control. Is this the same guy? Yep, Yan Lee. Yan Lee has been pushing box halls and Pop Dog and getting fragged every single time. This guy needs to figure out what his role is here. Yet again, you know, unbeknownst to these guys, their Ivy is open again. I don't know why nobody, like, see, coming from Mirage, and after the first two POV demos we watched on Mirage, I was wondering what CT aggression would be like on a map with even more openings, right? Something like Train. A 4-1 setup that's like European standard, right? But they do not give an F about Ivy. They basically just give it up for Pop Dog control. It's almost as if the priority that European teams put on Ivy and holding this back box is shifted over to Pop Dog and holding close here at like E-box and near Pop. That is so weird to me, because like that means they're fighting essentially, like, there are 2 T openings here, but they're like fighting these lanes. I just don't get it. That is very odd, because like there are a ton of these like really really crazy engagements that people like Astralis and SK get into around these trains, or like Fnatic in the old days, I guess. Get into VP too. Get into around these trains. Their smokes here, their flashes, counter flashes. People in heaven and hell. This whole section of the map can get so chaotic during executes, and for CTs, this interaction here almost always dictates who wins the round. Can somebody flash here, make sure they get this kill here or here, and if they do, can they then X on the site? But it doesn't seem like any of these rounds, they've like actually had to fight for Ivy control. They've almost always either given it up or nobody pressured them and they left. They didn't like keep it, which like bit them in the ass in the late round when they won that, or when they lost that like whatever VX. It was like a 4v3. Look at that. He got opt by Crazy Face. Look at that. The whole team died. They lost Ivy control. They just split out A main. It was literally just a rainbow of frags. And he's in a... I think this looks oddly similar to when, you know, the entire team just blew up and he had to push through B. Yeah. That's a cool flash. That was a cool flash. I'm gonna watch that again. Playing close door here. Full left click. I wonder if that actually works. Didn't clear the sight. Sandwich. Dead. And they ended up winning the round. Not MVP, the other team, but you know, it was an eco. Alright, their lead is disintegrating. This I like. Instead of Yan Lee over here taking really crazy wild peaks, we have Crazy Face opping. This I like. What are they doing? They bit on one smoke. They literally just smoked down ramp, and it. Okay, if this guy is still an Ivy. Bro, what the fuck? I cannot hold my rage anymore. You have to be able to hold Ivy. You have to be able to play for a post plant. I understand that. And having a quick rotate is all about that. But MVP is rotating too fast on their CT side. They are giving up too much control of the map too early in the round. I understand if you want to leave Ivy for the site at like 30 seconds. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to have to come from somewhere. I might as well take my risk, like, closer to the site so I can trade off my teammates, yada, yada, yada. Fundamental CS, right? But if you're giving up Ivy with a minute left, right, these people could just, there could literally be 3 people sitting right here. And these people could just be throwing utility. And look at that. You lost your Z guy. Like, that guy could just, this guy who didn't throw smoke, only one smoke was thrown here, he could throw smoke for Z connector. Look at that. You just lost from an A split from Ivy guys pushing out again. Probably won't play out like that. Probably just split B. And this could also be a meta thing. Smoke fading. Wait, did you get a clat there? What the heck happened? Fuck, guys. Wow, he did. He got 2. Wow, that is so unfortunate. Rough. He got tagged by his own teammate. Oh my god, that is too funny. This actually makes me really wonder what the comms are like on Chinese teams, because I saw a machine, and this isn't like, I mean, it's not uncommon for a lot of teams. This is like, just like flicking to people, even though when they shoot their gun, even though they're on your team, you know where they are. Just like reacting super quick. I don't know whoever shot him was, but it's just kind of funny. Alright, they're in a 2v4. Ooh, never mind. A round over. Wait, what's their ping like? Oh my god. They're playing an online qualifier. Their ping could be atrocious. Is this the same guy? Yep. Same guy getting box halls control. He doesn't flash through that time. Like, one was box halls, one was box halls. Good teamwork. That was a buy from them. They're on a save. Let's see if he goes up close to mollies. Timing nade. Okay, so on the eco, he's using timing nades. Only sees one dude. Doesn't throw the molly. Calls for his rotator. Pushes the molly. My goodness. What a baller. He pushed the smoke into his own molly! Literally every time they smoke down ramp, this guy is flashing through the smoke. He's not even looking over on top of the trains. He's just like, oh no, I'm just gonna flash through this. Literally, that's happened every single time. Okay. Weird timing nade and... $34. Put smoke down at 30. Ooh. What is he doing? What a BDP. Oh, that is amazing. That is an amazing play. Knows he's lit. Calls for his rotator. Rotator comes through. And he just destroys a guy and gets away through the smoke. Because he was spamming. Amazing BDP. What is this guy doing? You don't want to tell me it's Gunley, dude. Okay, it's not. Oh, it's also urgency there? Aw, poor crazy face. He knows another guy's on the side.
Counter-terrorists win.
Pretty strong CTF. It's like 142. This is... like 130. Supposed to pop the molly? Or is he just doing it? Okay. I don't know what the criteria is for him and juggle peeking. Ooh. Doesn't use the molly.
Counter-terrorists win.
Oh my god, is it a variation? We're looking at some freaking aggression, boys. Look at that. Last round, some CT aggression. Show it to me, dude. Do you have an op? Yeah, baby. Take that op kill. Oh my god, he hasn't done this all game. I'm just waiting for it. I'm going to put it in a slow-mo right now. He's totally going to get this frag. Are you ready, boys? Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Look at that. Last round of the half. Gets aggressive. Finds 2 kills. Out at Ivy. Ha! The thing they've been giving up all game. That is hilarious. Are they going down Pop Dog? No, don't deny me this. Dude, give me this. Oh. No! Come on, dude. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's even better than I thought it was going to be. Oh my god. Misses the first one. He's like, fuck. Oh, he's so greedy. What is this guy doing? Good half. 11-4. Jeez. Oh my god, what the heck? Look at those pings. How are these guys playing? How's this guy getting 17-5? These guys are playing on like land pings. And these guys have got... Oh my god. That's unreal. Wow. Dude, if this is the PGL qualifier for East Asia, and they're like the last game they were playing at like 70, 80 ping, sometimes even like 90 ping, bro. I don't know how they handle that. That would tilt me if I was in like a major qualifier. Well, nothing you can do. Wow, this guy's 1-14. Excuse me. And the box calls guy was 8-13 is top fragging for their team. Well, not top fragging, but like top of the leaderboard. The op is top fragging. Crazy face. Nice name. Alright, what are they running on their pistol? That was super risky. That was also super risky. What the heck? Okay. Hopefully 4 doesn't get too complacent. Oh, they're just watching for like pushes and stuff. Argency wins this duel. Great. And the bomb comes out here. Ooh, spicy. He gets destroyed. Did they win the pistol? Yeah. They gotta pick and then split to the other side. You know, kind of standard. What is this flashbang? No way. No way. No way does that flash. Bro. You gotta tell me if you're gonna flash. It's required by law. Bro, if there's like a flashbang up here that nobody knows about, dude, bro, come on. That is honestly crazy. You gotta tell me if you're gonna flashbang. Alright, well. Pretty standard. They're getting, these guys have been playing aggressive box hauls. I mean, I don't mind it. They're down. They need an advantage in some rounds, I guess. Like 2-3? Seems kind of weird. Bomb's pretty much always in, or not always. I don't know why what is going on? Gonna watch the flank. Yeah, it seems pretty standard. No flank, flank.
Terrorists win.
Outside rush. Oh. What is this firebomb? Oh my god, do you see this? What the heck? They double mollied backstop, bomb train. Is there no? That was honestly one of the weirdest rounds. It's like triple molly back lanes. This is exactly what I'm talking about. They keep shooting their teammates. I don't understand. Bro, you could have killed that guy. What if he was lit? What if this was a major best of one and these guys needed to win this round and you TK'd your teammate? They won both of their duels and then you got like 1v2'd in a post plant and you lost. Like a Summit 1G-esque like capitulation. Bro, you best be apologizing to your teammate right now. That was trife. That was a bad flash. Are you gonna get him? Yes. Okay. That's actually so funny. What's that mod? Is that a sandwich mod? Bro. You turned your back to the entire. Oh my goodness. That is crazy. This guy is literally going out just hell alone, just getting frags. And then last round. That is a bad play. I don't know if he got flashed out by his teammates, like, above Pop Dog, but it didn't seem like that was part of the system. You know what I mean? Yeah, I have some questions about that. You have no idea if this guy's playing in front of the smoke, like Dozia style in Sandwich. It's just so it just feels weird. Also, what if this guy just like sees you pushing up and he's like pushed up E-box? I don't get it. All right, show me this flashbang. Show it to me. Oh, dang it, he doesn't do it. Ooh, tags him. Sees the spam back. Gets hit for 1 point of damage. Push box holes? Outer smoke is a little late, don't you think? I guess it locked one guy? They're gonna lose this round, right? Yep. Yeah. That was a really, really poor gunfight. Why does he keep doing that? Oh, maybe if they like throw the deep flash, he just counter flash and swings. That is kind of cool. How many teams actually do CT aggression through IV? I don't know. Godsent used to do it. Fnatic does it. I don't know how much they play train anymore. What about, well, theoretically, Draken is an aggressive opper. So if he's in this box, he's got, like, an op. I don't know. He might push this. I would have to watch his, like, his Epsilon stuff. Who knows? You're gonna like triple peek this? Oh my god. The triple peek. Oh my. Multi-track drifting, bro. That is a dank meme right there. Oh, they see another one. Another one. They're like, bro, let's multi-track drift. He's getting this Ivy control. Pretty standard. Better know, if you flash out here, he's gonna or he hears you, he's definitely flashing over. You're definitely getting blinded. If you push, he's definitely gonna be at this barrel. I mean, at this dumpster. Interesting. Very interesting. Basically on the site, and he still hasn't pushed Ivy. What is with these teams? They got a frag here. They rotate around to go back through Amen instead of splitting out through the site. Okay, I'm calling it now. If MVP qualifies for the major and they play Train, they will lose Train because of Ivy. Putting that on the record. at that. How do they not know? There's nobody here, bro. You're watching. What? Why are you playing here? You can get split 3 ways. Get an old bomb, Ivy. Hello? Hello? Ah, GG. Holds the flash here. It's amazing. It is amazing. Let me see that again. Oh my god. Why have I never seen this before? This is amazing. Look, he hears them and he wrecks them. Oh, it's so good. Yes. Yes. Bro, don't get multi-killed in Pop Dog, please. That's the last thing I need. You guys dead. You're on B. Oh, poor urgency. Like, that guy has to be on B. And box halls.
Bomb has been planted.
Kind of risky to plant. I don't know. Wow, this round got hecka freaked up. Like one in front oil. And
Terrorists win.
wow, GG, dude. GG. 25 and 9. That is respectable. Very good CT side from him. This guy was playing really weak. Really, really weak. He gave up a bunch of duels. Same with Yan Li. But yeah, congrats on MVP. I actually would be interested to see in PGL Asia Minor. PGL Asia Minor Championship. Is it blocked? Nope. Tournament info. PGL top 8 up and coming in Asia LAN. 2 slots in the offline qualifier for the next CSGO major. What are the play dates? India SEA, Oceania, China, East Asia, Middle East. Invite. Interesting. Cool. How long have we been up? How long have we been live? Like 2 hours? All right. I think I'm going to call the stream there. If you liked what you saw or if you enjoyed watching some POV demos with me, definitely hit that sub button. I would love to be able to do these again or comment or tweet me. My Twitter's in the description. Or if you want to check out some of these demos yourself, I also linked Countered Flicks, which is the YouTube page that is publishing these demos. It is very cool to see some of the top players in their basically defaults, in their roles, actually doing what they do every single round to win games. People like Fallen, Coldzera, Stewie2K, Adren. These are the kinds of performances that win games, and it's not always basically when you're watching Pro CS, you're getting a lot of the filtered highlights because of an observer. And although observers are super duper talented, that does not always equate with what is actually going on in the match. Sometimes the information plays, the fake outs, and the casters do not always capture this because of the nature of play-by-play. And I'm not knocking any of the pro casters. They all do an excellent job. But the thing is in order to get better at the game, or in order to train your own team, finding successful default POV demos of people excelling in their roles is is I think important to the fundamentals. So it's cool to see some of the up and coming Asian teams in their element. Um, I definitely think I definitely think Tai Lu, and I've seen Tai Lu play before. I definitely think Tai Lu um, can upset European teams. It depends on the map. I think they have some very novel strats. I do think that basically European CT sides are really hard to crack. Um, so if they don't have a fundamental understanding of the T side in a lot of maps, I think they can get blown out on the T side, and that's really hard to come back from a deficit when you're playing in a high stakes tournament. Also, these guys have been playing for a number of years in different configurations, so the pressure is also like they're also hungry to upset other European teams. So losing to like not upstart, but like losing to other regional teams like Asia or SEA is it's almost inconceivable for them. So I think a lot of the no respect play style could throw them off their game. If these guys aren't confident, it might be hard for them to win games. But really cool looking at some of these demos. I'm happy to do this again. Go ahead and like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and I will be seeing you later. Take it easy.